The Concours is a gathering of Porsches for people who want to have their cars judged for originality and for cleanliness. And there's 3 different categories that they can enter the cars in. They can enter it in what we call full concours, which means that the judges will look at the interior for cleanliness and originality, the exterior, the engine for cleanliness, and look for, you know, all Porsche parts. They'll look at the wheels, the wheel wells, the brakes, and they'll also look at the trunk to make sure that it's clean and it's spotless, and they check the tools that come with the car, the jacks, the spare tires, whatever else. So full concours is the most extensive that you can enter into. If you're not into entering at that level, there's also a second category that you can enter into, which is called street. And street concours, they look at, again, for originality and cleanliness, they look at the interior, the exterior, and the wheels and wheel wells. They don't look at the engine, they don't look at the trunks, they don't look at spare tires and tools and all that kind of stuff. There is a separate category for race cars, but in order to be in a race car, the race car has to have been on the track at least twice in the last 2 years. It has to have a permanently installed roll bar system that's over and above the original installation, and it's got to be considered a race car. This year we added a separate component to the concours, which we call the car show. So if you own a car and you want to have it looked at by people but not judged, and none of the cars in the car show are judged, people could sign up and bring their cars in. We've got mostly Porsches, but I saw that there was a P1800 Volvo that was in there. We've got Corvettes. We've got an array of a number of different things back in the car show area. We tried to get the fire department showed up. We were hoping they would put their fire truck back in the car show, but they declined. So it's just a good time for everybody to come and meet people and look at Porsches. We have Porsches that are in the concours that run anywhere from a 1952 356, which I think is the earliest model, all the way through 2007. I think we have a 2007 Carrera GT3. So we've got everything here. So
I've been coming to the Concours event for Nordstern, I think the last 5 or 6 years, and you get to see a bunch of amazing cars, you know, and they're all Porsches. You know, I don't think there's too much more to be said. We all love our Porsches, and new, old. Brought my dad's car out of storage and cleaned it up, and it's really fun. You get to see people's enthusiasm and real passion for the car, and putting some soap and water and cleaning them up really shows that. That's why I like it.
Getting all the cars together and being able to see the 356s and the early model 911s and the 912s and the 914s and the front engines, you know, the 924s, 44s, 28s, 68s, Boxsters, Caymans, all the late model Porsches. I mean, everything that you could want, it's right here. You know, it's just within 5-minute walk from one end to the other. You can see just about everything Porsche ever made.
I love Porsches. They're just the most beautiful things in the world. They're like jewelry. And so when you come here and you see, you know, like in the 356s, they're something that is truly a work of art. It's a little bit like going to a world-class museum. There is a great camaraderie here that I sense immediately, you know, obviously a common interest. And sometimes you meet people with common interests and they're not as interesting as you'd think, but this is a different group.
The event is sponsored for the benefit of the Courage Center, which is an organization that helps people who need assistance either with disabilities or whatever. It's a wonderful organization. They do a lot of work throughout all of Minnesota and the upper Midwest. The sponsors for the event are Maplewood Imports Porsche dealer, Carousel Porsche dealer over in Golden Valley, Auto Edge, who supplied us with these wonderful volunteer t-shirts, and we also had the Complete Garage came and set up a tent, a canopy, and they're displaying their wares and just demonstrating car care, cleaning, polishing, buffing cars and that sort of thing, handing out freebies for people. We also have someone here from Dent Craft, PDR, and they're going around and talking to people and explaining the services that they provide for cleaning up paint chips and doing little dent removal, that sort of thing. Johnson Motorsport also brought a number of race cars that we wouldn't have otherwise gotten.
Well, I like the people. I like to talk to people. People, come up and, view your car, have a lot of interesting questions, and that's kind of what I enjoy about it.
The concours can't happen without volunteers. Nobody gets paid for this. All the people that volunteer to do this, they're all club members, and Christy Boder have put together the registration team, and they're doing the scoring, and we've got 5 full judging teams of people who've been in the club for anywhere from 50 to 5 years to three months, and without these people we wouldn't be able to have the concours. So we're deeply indebted to people who actually volunteer and donate their time so that this event can happen.